Hello everyone, Manithral here, and welcome to the weekly update video for RS3. Now this week we have the celebration of combat, which is part of the year-long festivities that are supposed to be taking place in Gillinor. So, for this week, we can see, since this is week 2 of their month-long events in the celebration of combat, but they do plan on celebrating, all year long with different events going on. But for this week, the benefits are as follows. You have a better chance for rare drop tables with a further increased chance when using luck enhancing items. It's a good time to do some Slayer, guys. A greater chance to receive better loot from the rare drop table, 50% more Slayer XP on tasks, and no death cost. So it's a good time to experiment with certain bosses and go ham on the PvE aspect of things. Don't forget, if you go to the crater, there's a golem pottering around the place. Give him a whack and you'll get an hour-long Elder Overload buff. So do check that out. There's also 4 new additions, which is including a golem target dummy to assist in combat adventures. There's a reward for interacting with them all, so keep checking back throughout the week. You'll also notice that the special anniversary portal will now take you straight to War's Retreat. So, a pretty good amount of stuff this week. Don't forget to claim your RS3 outfit, which comes with actually a pretty cool looking cape. Yak Track is still going on the night before Christmas, and that will end on January 24th. So if you're feeling festive and you want to get that done, you have quite a couple weeks here to go yet. As for community updates, this week we have Tuesday, January 12th at 1700 game time, which is Leeds Q&A. For the Creative Corner, we have the birthday celebration feast with the cook's assistant video making the celebration anniversary cake. So do check it out. There's also some awesome art. It says 20 years of RuneScape, and it's different colors of the cape that you can actually get. It actually does look pretty cool. I like all of them, to be perfectly honest. Don't forget to check out the social media Giphies. They do have them available. And then for the community corner, we do have some Steam screenshots, which actually this is one I haven't seen for a little while. We have the I want to say Troll Stronghold here or Death Plateau, one of the two for that quest. And that is from Les Yux plus Gros Calamand. And we have a nice sky scene here in Mauritania from the end. And then we have another picture here that almost looks like a painting of the Everlight, but it is indeed a screenshot by the Shining Jushem of Destiny. So, fantastic pictures. Don't forget, big shout out to the RuneScape's Reddit community. Always a good place to find out information and find good silly memes. And a quick thank you, they say, to the last week kicked off the grand party, if you will, to celebrate and all the festivities. The turnout was fantastic, and the J-Mods had an absolute blast hanging out with everybody. And I'm sure there will be more of those instances to come. And otherwise, for our patch notes, we have some quest improvements, the updated Violet's facial animations, fixes the task list given by Mandrith during the Rebuild Edgeville mini-quest now displays text correctly. The progress messages in the Modulate Memories mini-quest now count up towards the correct number of memories retrieved. The Herald does not reference Saren being in pieces after completion of the Light Within. Leela will no longer interrupt your dialogue with Sinlitten during the Do No Evil quest. A certain cutscene will now play properly after using Lilia to teleport during the Do No Evil quest. You are no longer required to unequip and re-equip the Mourner's outfit in order to head into the head mourner's house during the morning's end part 1. The hat worn during Rune's Guardian test and Rune Mysteries will now change the color as expected without having to re-equip it. The Slayer Masters can no longer assign corrupted creatures as a task when the prerequisite quests have not been completed. The Skull Mercenary now has dialogue during the Ghost of the Past mini-quest. Achievement fixes. The Hard Seers Village achievement, Beware the Dog, can now be completed by using right-click select destination options. The Sharks Are Good for the Elf achievement can now be completed using the Deposit All button. The Duplicate Drackle's plushie has been removed from the Lost Toys achievement. This won't affect those who've already completed it. Text-based changes fixes. Fix a large number of grammatical issues and inconsistencies in level-up messages. A duplicate examined text in Olaf's sunken boat has been corrected. Remove duplicate text dialogue from Zer Amigvar's and replaced it with the correct message. Other improvements are various bosses around RuneScape have taken their Santa hats off for another year. You can now add runes to urns from your rune pouch. More information has been added to the Amulet of Zealot's effect tooltip. Raw beast meat can now be fed to the carnivorous animals on the manor farm. Updated the destroy message for pieces of the athlete's outfit. Fixes. Players who have not fully completed Tutorial Island can now receive their Prime Gaming rewards on login. Mackers can now be spoken to in the player-owned house. The green smoke at the Fight Club boss fight will now be cleared during the cutscene transition so that it won't KO players. Titan security in the Ottoman store and rare token store. A configured Spring Cleaner 3000 will no longer display pop-ups asking the player to configure it. You will no longer be told you have a cannon to claim from the Lydian when you do not. Saren spells now display the correct icons when used. The Hunter and Agility training minimap icons now display correctly when using the Legacy map icon option. Bank boosts on the west wall of Varrock's West Bank will no longer prevent you from using boosts on the same wall. The teasing stick can no longer be equipped from the bank. Erethdor's Grimoire is now deactivated on death. The dowsing rod now works as intended. You'll no longer receive pop-up messages regarding deposits in the ore box when smelting gold or silver before completing Family Crest. The mining animation is no longer continuous when clearing rocks in Shredflesh's cave. You may now interact with a furnace with Dalit in your backpack without receiving a message saying you're not sure what sort of effect you would get by putting this into the furnace. While on mobile interface, tutorial highlights are now hidden if a different interface is opened on top of the current one. Dreadnip will now only leave if you move too far away. The Adrenaline Urn buff icon will no longer persist when removing it from the bank. And hotfixes, the Violet's Blue 2 music tracks are now unlockable. If you were unable to unlock them during the quest, they will be made available once you log in. And that's actually it for this week's update, guys, so thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, later, guys.